So, good news is rare in today's world, especially with all the things we've dealt with in 2020. But I have some good news to share with you all, children. My new book, The Book of Numbers, Analyzing the ROI on the Pursuit of Women, is #1 new release in divorce, on books on divorce on Amazon. And the reason this is really good is because this was like probably tied for #2 or #1 market that I wanted to get, and that was divorced men. Because they know they got in this massive accident and they blanked out. And 10 years later, after their family and kids and their money's all like, what happened? I say, well, here's what happened. Oh, thank you. Well, okay. It doesn't get your money or your wife or your kids back, but it explains things. It's just like, oh, there was no shot. None. I mean, well, there is, but it's very small. And I sat and I thought about how, here at Asshole Consulting, and heck, a lot of my books is basically nothing more than me telling simple mathematical truths. That's it. And you would think, well, simple mathematical truths are just simple truths. Why would there be a market for that? Certainly there's a lie, but the reason there happens to be a market for truth, small, spend less than you make, is because nobody's telling the truth no more. And ever since the boomers, we have lied to every single young person in this world. And Gen X, now I see them raising their kids just like the boomers. They're getting divorced just like the boomers. Millennials, you don't even have the money to move out of your parents' house because they didn't want to tell you the truth. That no, Madison, no, Tanner, majoring in English is not a good idea. And certainly not going $200,000 into debt for it. But the college experience. Okay. All right, child. I'm the agreeable father. What do you mean divorced? But I love you, dear. Who's Kevin in sales? Why did you break up our family? And it's no different than doctors treating disease, cops treating crime, armies fighting war. There's money to be made on bad things. And I try to look positively, and there's a lot of bad stuff, as you guys all know. But by gosh, I grabbed a little piece of victory out of this. The scourge is what it is, the scourge of divorce, where we have lied to so many people now, and then men get divorced. And they got divorced predominantly following the lies we were told how to be, how to act, and they're looking for a why. Well, here, I got your book for you guys. I got it right down below, the Book of Numbers right there. And now it's in the divorce community. And it's like, go, spread the good word of Cappy. Spread the Book of Numbers, ironically, a biblical book itself. The real one, not mine. Go, post it on divorce forums. Tell your friends, warn your younger brother not to suffer what you did. Here are truths, a book of truths, all in the Book of Numbers. And I know we all like, God, I'd like it if this. I like it if people didn't get divorced at 50%. I like it if men and women were to stay physically attractive to one another. I like it if women were to, since that's not going to happen, we're going to go against our human biological conditioning and all this other, essentially the sex war that has happened and all the fallout and the bad things. And a lot of it is not getting your dreams. I mean, I know many of you women probably wanted to have the husband and the kids with the white picket fence, but no, you had to freeze your eggs and get your master's in social work or whatever it was. You men would have liked to have the kids, and my parents got divorced. I'll never get divorced. Like, you don't control that. And it's like the emperor. Good. Let the hate feed you. Not necessarily you guys have got divorced, but man, without divorce, without all these lies, without all this propaganda, without the bloodbath that keeps on happening where you guys go, I'll go up in the plane anyway and jump out with a parachute that might open half the time. Why did she leave me? There's going to be a market for it. There'll be a market. And I just wanted to thank the original America and the world's first Olympiads in the competition called divorce. I want to thank the baby boomers. Man, no one's going to beat it. The greatest of all time. You're all the goats of divorce. But man, have you made that enshrined in American popular culture. Made it enshrined in Western culture. And yeah, I would have liked to work in banking. Yeah, I would have liked to do my numbers and my calc. Yeah, I would have liked to be an economist. But I guess this is what I got to do. Oh, and by the way, not only for all the men who, by the way, I'm not picking on you. I feel horrible you got divorced. And please get this book. But all the kids that are all effed up now because you didn't raise them right. You thought Children don't need their fathers, and they don't need their mothers. Mom's got to go work. We got to outsource the children to government bureaucrats at daycare and the public schools. Let's not invest any time in the children. We just had children to have children because it's a checkmark box. When you keep lying to them because you don't want to discipline them, you don't want to tell them the truth, they're going to find out. They may not find out, but they're like, why isn't things working? I was what my mom told me to be, a nice man. Why did I not get the girls? And then they'll look it up. Why don't I get the girls? And oh my God, they find my company at Asshole Consulting and they find my books. Ooh, money. I would have liked to make money selling ice cream or, circus rides to kids. That would have been more fun. But I guess we're going to do this, huh? This is what you're going to beat me into making money out of this. All right, here we go. Number one new release in divorce. Oh, what? It feels like the devil's advocate. Remember Al Pacino? He's like, look at all this debauchery. Now we're coming out. Guns blazing, Johnny. Oh, it's nothing but good business in my end. Nothing but good booming business in the future as far as I could see. Until people start falling in love and realize humans are the number one thing, they ought to raise their kids. But please don't do that on my account. I'd have to get a real job. Anyway, book of numbers, link down below. Get it. And if you happen to be divorced, get it, read it. And then if you would kindly share it with your friends on any divorce forums, I'd love to get feedback from the divorce community. Male divorce community. I don't want to hear about that. I've heard enough from the women. I've heard enough. I want to hear from men who are divorced. I would love to hear their opinion. All right. See you guys later. Toodles.